So, I'm guessing you probably already know by the title of this video, but I will let you know today is March 11th, and I'm pretty sure that you know what we're talking about. And if not, let me refresh your memory. Yep. What's that on the bottom there? In the middle of season 2 and trailers and more. Season 3. Yes, Netflix has officially released season 3 of On My Block. And as you could see, I already got to watching. And I finished nearly 30 minutes ago. And let me tell you, spoiler alert is in progress. Because what I'm about to talk about goes out to only the people who watch On My Block Season 3. So, if you've not watched On My Block Season 3, I suggest you might exit this video and get to watching. Or try pirating it. It doesn't matter. Just go watch it. Now, spoiler alert is coming in 3, 2, 1. Okay, how about we start from the beginning? And I'm giving y'all another warning. Alright, warning over. Now, let's just start from the beginning. The Cuchillos kidnapped the Core 4 and asked them to do a favor for them in order for them, well, actually, I can't speak right now. They asked them to do a favor since they found a roller money. They need to find Lil Ricky. And here's a little twist on it. Even though we already know that Spooky took the money for himself, they decided that the Cuchillos decided that if they found Lil Ricky, I can't speak today. Anyway, Lil Ricky, I'm just so excited. Lil Ricky, they'll get the Roller World money back. And so our troop is off. And of course, they have no idea what they're doing because they're teenagers. So they decided to ask fellow explorer Jasmine for help. And as we see in the trailer, she already drew a line of leads. And we just get to finding. Now, what Jamal goes for is looking on the internet, even though it was a virtual private network. And Monse is uptight as she always is, really not on board with this plan. And they decide that in order to see if Lil Ricky is really dead, they decided to dig up his grave, only to find that it was up to Chivo's old tricks again, putting the gnome in Ricky's casket. And when Jamal confronts him about this, he claims that he's not home. And this is when shit starts to get thick. Because since Spooky helped Jamal find out if Lil Ricky was really dead or not, they decided to help him dig up his grave. Anyway, we go back to the school. Jamal is being uptight as always, claiming that he's the leader when it was really Jasmine's idea the whole time. And this is where we find out when Caesar's dad comes back. Spooky is upset while Caesar is happy as any other child who's been split up from his father/mother or whatever. He is always happy and uptight. And when Caesar and his dad spend a remarkable amount of time together, he's beginning that things are never going to change. And that is until, spoiler alert, a few episodes later, his dad ups and leaves again. And while Caesar blames Spooky, he claims that it wasn't his fault and that he was a better person. That was said on the phone call, the heartfelt phone call that was between Caesar and his dad himself. And when they were on our verge to find Lil Ricky, they found out that the rapper that they were looking for wasn't Lil Ricky after all. He just helped Lil Ricky with his rhymes. And now that we go back to there, let's focus on what really happened. Spooky gets kidnapped by the 19th Street players. And the 19th Street are a new addition of a gang. They end up beating Jamal's dad for confronting him, and they knock out Spooky and take him under with the Cuchillos. And when the leader of the Cuchillos thinks about killing him, they give them Ruby this phone, this little flip phone that they could contact him at to keep it low key. And so when the leader of the Cuchillos texts him, "Hey, we'll all go down once," she's gonna pick them off one by one. So the gang quickly convene a plan in order to take out the leader of the Cuchillos so that way they won't have to die. And when they think Spooky is dead, they decide to go after her herself. And that's when they are in the forest, in the trailer, when they're in the forest and Caesar's pointing a gun. She is looking, well, not she, he is looking for the person who killed Spooky, or claimed to kill Spooky, even though he's not really dead. And so, with that, here comes the biggest spoiler of all. When they go to see what's in that divot, they find that the leader of the Cuchillos, the person who sent them out to find little Ricky, was killed by the 19th Street gang. And with that, the Core 4 was yet to leave again. And with them all being puzzled by the mission that they gave them and their roller roll money being lost, Ruby and Jamal leave in defeat. And Jamal is trying to figure out his relationship with a girl. So he has a girl that he continuously has sex with, but he's wondering that if he's one of those people who have to fall in love with someone to have sex, which is another thing. Sorry, I'm tired right now. I only got 5 hours of sleep because I was binging this season last night. Anyway, we go back, and it turns out that Jamal actually really does love her. But we never get to see any more after those few texts about him doing sex-related talk. And while we're on the verge of that, Monse is preparing to leave from Mayfield Academy, which was introduced in the last episode of Season 2. And when she ends up really leaving just to get away from the gangs, she makes a promise that no matter how much time she's gone, they will stay friends. And she's off. They do a heartfelt hug, and then Monse is off to Mayfield Academy. And then we see in this heartfelt montage, we see that stuff really does change. So if we know that in the last episode, Ruby and Jasmine finally are tying the knot, and they become dating in the montage. And also, Jamal is part of the football league. So his dad's one of the lead coaches, and I guess he got in. And now Ruby and Jamal are way more separable than they were in the last few episodes, which is really heart-wrenching because you wouldn't expect them not to be friends. Like, they known each other for so long, and they always agreed with each other on everything. So, as we see Ruby and Jamal side-eye each other, we see them walking away from each other with Jasmine's hand and Ruby's hand. And then we flash back to Spooky's life. So it turns out that Spooky has left the Santos and became a family man with his wife and his soon-to-be child, as we see the belly of his wife. Sorry, I'm so tired today. And then, way at the end of the montage, we figured out that since Spooky left, Caesar decided to take leader of the Santos, and he shaved his head. And as the cop siren begins to blare, the scene fades to black, and the title card is shown. And that's it. That's all we know about On My Block. So, again, sorry if this is a spoiler alert if you watched it, if you haven't watched it, but hey, I gotta do what I gotta do. I had to talk about this with someone. None of my family have finished the season before. I was the only one who finished it yet. And also, I have to mention that this season has eight, and I repeat, 8 episodes. Now, we see the other ones have 10, and as a matter of fact, I'm gonna show you that they have 10. You see, like, look, season 2, 10. Oh, wait, you can't see them. Yeah, season 2, 10. And then we got a season 1, 10. This is the first On My Block season that had 8 episodes this season. And although it was a major turnout, critics believed it was good, even though I'm the only one who's reviewing this at this point. And the last episode is 36 minutes. Oh, wait, you can't see that. 36 minutes, if you can see that. I don't know if you can. Yeah, 36 minutes. That is going to be the last episode. So yeah, just giving y'all a heads up about if you haven't seen the season or not, watch this video. And if you have, don't watch it. It don't matter. Just do you. Like, if you don't want to watch the season immediately, like my sister, that's cool. But if you want to just watch my discussion, then that's cool too. Overall, I think that even though the season ended on a bitter note, it was actually a pretty good season. It wasn't better than all the last two. I personally think that the second season was better. But anyway, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you have, hit that like button, subscribe if you want more. I stream Fortnite and other games too. Well, not that much. I only stream Fortnite because that's the only game I can manage. But I did upload a video of Brawlhalla. Go check that out. And if that's it, okay. Well, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. And I will see you guys next time. And happy binging, because I'm pretty sure that everybody's watching On My Block at this point. So, yeah.